home sweet home for North Greenville as they return from Fluor Field last night. And we are immediately underway as the first batter for Pfeiffer flies out to Shaq Roll in center field. Ryan Frankoff on the mound for North Greenville. He brings in a 6.33 ERA, getting his 9th game starting for Frankoff.
Still waiting on the starting lineups to come through, so we'll have that in just a moment. I'm assuming that was John Elwood, who was the leadoff hitter yesterday for Pfeiffer. And yesterday, the number 2 batter was Cody McKenzie, number 6. And looking at the camera, that is McKenzie.
He swings at that first pitch, fouls it off.
McKenzie comes in with a .319 average, 3 home runs, 20 RBIs.
Here's the 0-1. Down low in dirt for a ball.
It's a very sunny day, but very windy. So it's, well, calm right now, but you heard it in our field microphone just a minute ago.
Well, some things never change.
Yeah, there it is a little bit. So that one was swung on and missed, so that'll make it 2-2 with 1 out here in the top of the first.
There comes a 2-2. Outside, ball 3.
Wondering if that would have been a strike last night. That home plate umpire last night calling a lot of outside pitches strikes. But there's ball 4.
Well, that is McKenzie taking a walk down to first base. Yeah, the strike zone last night seemed to be very, very mobile.
Yeah, it was tough for both teams because, I mean, there were some clutch situations, especially with Alan Staten up there with the bases loaded. He ended up striking out on a tough strike 3. They appeared to be pretty well outside. So, but yeah, some calls went against Pfeiffer as well. So he was consistent at least. So you got to give him that. I believe this is Anthony Allende.
And fun fact about him last night is he fouls that one off. He didn't have official at bat till almost the very end of the game due to the fact that he walked his first 4 times up.
He's a good batter too. .313 coming into today with 3 home runs and 24 RBIs. There's a called strike.
Linde wearing the number 22, if that is him. And I'll throw over to first. The count 0-2. And another throw over to first.
Yeah, we had some, on the video side, we had some technical issues for the first inning and a half last night. Said that we'd get them fixed for today. Glad to see that that is the case.
That's a ball up high. You want to talk about technical issues? Let me go down the list for you.
Yeah. No internet, first of all. The Ethernet ports, for some reason, refused to work. We went through that same issue with the men's volleyball game when they played Pepperdine and Spartanburg.
So, oh, yeah.
Don't know what it is with these Ethernet ports. Just none of them seem to want to work when we're trying to broadcast. Luckily, the one at Hayes Gymnasium works just fine.
And that one swung on, sent high to center field. Roll gets underneath that one for the second out of the inning. And that is number 22, Allende, flying out to center.
So Allende now 0 for 1. Should bring up Izzy Perez. It was quite a hitter for this Pfeiffer team. A .385 average coming in. 11 home runs, 41 RBIs.
He sends that one into right field. Limpscomb trying to find it, and he does. And I did see a number 6, and yep, 66. Izzy Perez flies out to right. And that will retire the side for the Falcons in their opening top half to start things off. So apart from a walk, Pfeiffer goes 3 outs, and we'll head to the bottom of the first, and we'll get to see what North Greenville can do, as a 0 is put up on the scoreboard for Pfeiffer, and that only was the case twice last night. So we'll see what the North Greenville offense can do.
And real quick, the live stats finally up. We'll go over the starting lineups real quickly. John Elwood did lead off for Pfeiffer, number 21, playing second base. Cody McKenzie bats second. He's the shortstop. Batting third is number 22, the first baseman, Anthony Alende. Batting fourth, number 66, left fielder Izzy Perez, who just got that third out. Batting fifth is the designated hitter, Tanner Mathis. Sixth is the third baseman, number 11, Cole McGraw. Seventh is the catcher, number 8, Dalton Lindley. Eighth is the center fielder, number 9, Jordan Eckert. And batting ninth is number 5, right fielder, Garen Fries. And the pitcher for Pfeiffer is number 24, Drew Wilson. Real quick for North Greenville, batting first will be the left fielder, number 8, Josh Black. Batting second, the designated hitter, number 44, Jay Roberts. Batting third, number 1, shortstop Alan Staten, who had a 3-run bomb yesterday, might I add. Batting fourth, number 25, third baseman Foley George. Batting fifth, number 23, first baseman Taylor McEwen. Batting sixth, number 7, right fielder Drew Lipscomb. So he's back in the lineup after a couple of days off. He did get 1 at bat yesterday.
And I think he came in for Tony Davila, who had a pretty rough day or pretty rough night.
Batting seventh, speaking of hitting bombs, number 42, center fielder Shaq Roll, who just absolutely crushed one over the left, over the Green Monster.
He cleared the little Green Monster at Fluor Field, which is not an easy task, even for the Greenville Drive players.
No, that's definitely difficult. Then batting eighth will be number 4, catcher Wheeler Smith. And finally batting ninth is second baseman number 0, Hunter Dilworth. And as we mentioned, pitching is number 16, Ryan Frankoff.
So Wilson on the hill for Pfeiffer. This is the first pitch from him outside. To the leadoff man for North Greenville, Josh Black, led off last night. So relatively the same lineup. That one misses down low, ball 2.
Yeah, as you mentioned, Drew Lipscomb is in the lineup. He did not start yesterday, so a little different, but yeah, overall pretty similar looking lineup.
And that one is fouled off by Black, so strike 1 against him. Wilson comes in with a 6.34 ERA, no wins, 3 losses. And this is his 12th appearance overall, his 8th start. That one misses downstairs, ball 3.
Yeah, although he doesn't come in with the best numbers, doesn't appear to have too much of an issue with walks. Pretty good walk to strikeout ratio, 14 walks, 25 strikeouts.
And that chopper is fair into left field, and Josh Black will get aboard with a left field single. And here comes number 44, Jay Roberts, bats second in this lineup. Roberts carrying a 366 batting average.
3 home runs, 27 RBIs. First pitch fouled away.
And another big swing as that one goes foul as well.
So a quick 0-2 count to Roberts.
And he swings at that one, and that one will go foul as well.
It was a pretty clean start to the first inning for Ryan Frankoff. Just 11 pitches thrown in the top of the inning. noticing a pretty good crowd today. Figured with Easter break, figured there wouldn't be a large attendance, but people starting to roll in.
Ball one misses outside.
Saw a pretty good crowd at Fluor Field last night too. That crowd was getting loud at times.
Well, it helps when it's not rainy and cold.
Yeah.
And that one misses outside as well, up high, ball 2. And Roberts, nice big swing, fouls it off. They'll try the 2-2 again. Runner goes. Here's Black, and he will be safe.
That was a ball, so that'll make it a full count now.
Catcher dropped it and was not able to have a play on it.
Crusaders looking to pick up right where they left off yesterday. A high-scoring ball game that we saw yesterday, but the final score was 14-11. Is that right?
Yeah, 14-11.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
And Roberts rips that one into left field, carrying and gone.
Well, just said it. Crusaders looking to strike big yet again.
Well, good way to start with Jay Roberts sending a 2-run shot over to left field. And so North Greenville gets on the board first on the bottom of the first inning. 2-0. They're Crusaders lead.
Still no outs yet either.
Yeah, it was Pfeiffer who struck first, and they kept scoring and scoring. Every time North Greenville tried to respond, Pfeiffer seemed to respond right back until late in the ball game when North Greenville finally seemed to shut them down, and John Leopard was a force behind that. And then Bogosian comes out and shuts them down for the final 3 outs.
Yeah, and he was definitely hitting the mid-90s yesterday, as we saw on that radar gun.
93. Upwards of 95. I think he got as high as 95.
Yeah, just electric. As soon as he was out there, you knew it was going to be tough for Pfeiffer to come back. He has just been pitched like a machine out there.
Now here up to bat is Alan Staten. Another tough task for Pfeiffer. Has a 2-0 count already. Make that 3-0.
You got to be careful with him. Saw just a second ago that 4.05 average coming in. Hit a 3-run homer. His 7th of the season yesterday. 34 total RBIs as well.
That's a called strike on the inside corner. And Jay Roberts, after that last shot, collects his 4th home run on the season.
Yep.
There's a 3-1, and Staten fouls. Actually, no, it's currently it's curling foul. Kind of hard to tell. Had a lot of lift on it, but it is foul, and now it's a full count to Staten. Here's the payoff. And Staten does lift that one into right field. The right fielder for Pfeiffer will get it. And so Staten flies out to right field for the first out of the inning. And here comes Foley George playing third today. Also played third through most of the game last night. Had a very solid day. Had a very solid night. He went 3 of 5.
And he's batting really well as this season starts to come to a close. As that first pitch is a ball, he's up to a 329 average now. 2 home runs, 12 RBIs.
And that one missing up high as well, ball 2.
Yeah, so today we see Alan Staten in that number 3 spot again. He was actually batting second yesterday, so that was interesting to see. He's usually either batting leadoff or third or cleanup, as we saw last year. It was where he was for most of the season.
There's a 2-1, and That one is popped up into the infield, trailing into the outfield, and who will have it for Pfeiffer? The left fielder, Izzy Perez, tracks it down. The second out of the inning, so after 2-run score on Jay Roberts' home run, it's 2 straight outs. And Pfeiffer looking to finally get to the end of things as Taylor McEwen, first baseman today, steps in.
And he comes in with a .310 average, 1 home run, 24 RBIs.
Called strike 1. And swings at that one. Another pop-up trailing into the outfield and tracked down by the second baseman, Elwood, for Pfeiffer. So 2 runs come across for North Greenville, and then Pfeiffer finally gets the 3 outs they need to end the inning, but not before Jay Roberts sends a 2-run shot over left field. North Greenville leads as we're through 1, 2-0 over Pfeiffer. We'll head to the top of the second and due up for the Falcons. Tanner Mathis, Cole McGraw, and Dalton Lindley up next on the North Greenville Sports Network. Called strike 1 on Tanner Mathis for Pfeiffer as we're in the top of the second. North Greenville leads at 2-0 already. Frankoff on the mound. Misses that one down low. Mathis batting .305 coming in. And swings at that one and might have caught a piece of it, fouls it off, so he's behind 1-2. Here's a 1-2. Called strike 3 right in the middle. So Mathis will strike out looking for the first out here in the top of the second.
That was quite a breaking ball right there. Just absolutely fooled Mathis. So I'll bring up third baseman Cole McGraw.
He had a big night last night. He had a home run for Pfeiffer. That one missed. No, called strike. No. Scratch that, it was a ball.
I thought I saw I think that was a called strike.
Oh.
Definitely saw the arm come up.
That one misses outside.
That one definitely a ball.
That's another ball.
Yeah, umpire just signaled it is 2-1, and they just fixed that on the scoreboard.
Okay.
So good to see. Always love when we're right.
Yeah. Here's a 2-1, up high, ball 3. And ball 4 misses up high as well, so leadoff man draws a, well, no, second place hitter here in this inning. That's McGraw, draws a walk. So with 1 out. Bring up Dalton Lindley, the catcher. He has a man on first. And first pitch swing hit hard into center field. Roll tracks that one down and records the second out of the inning. Runner holds at first. Now with 2 down, Pfeiffer still has a man on. Here comes center fielder Jordan Eckerd.
And for those curious, if you watched our last broadcast, don't worry, we did not have to deal with any wasps today.
Step off by Frankoff, check on the runner. And throw over to first this time.
Live stats currently frozen in the bottom of the first, so we'll let them know that it's not working. Hopefully get that fixed.
Pitch misses downstairs, ball 1. Here's a 1-0. Way outside, ball 2.
I think he released that one a little too early. Frankoff did start the midweek game against Mars Hill,
or was it Brevard?
Excuse me, Brevard, that's right. But yeah, came out after 2 innings, but looked pretty good in those 2 innings, so we'll see if he can keep that going. He did get the win, even though he only pitched 2 innings, so it's a good way to lower your ERA without having to pitch a whole lot.
And that was a bunt by Eckerd trying to lay one down, instead popped it up, and lucky George over there at first didn't come in to catch it any sooner, so it's a 2-1 count to Eckerd.
Another pickoff attempt here, not in time. Wind starting to pick back up.
Here's a 2-1. Misses down low, ball 3.
Not sure if you can hear that knocking sound in the background. The flagpole is right beside where we are. And yeah, it's I think the rope keeps hitting the pole. So there's a called strike 2 to make it a full count.
Well, there went the microphone.
Oh, I was wondering.
Another pickoff to first is not in time. But yep, that was the microphone.
Thought that was an explosion. That was weird.
Nope, the microphone fell.
Okay, so we'll have to. I think we'll just have to mute that for now. So we'll work on that in between, in the middle of this inning. Another pickoff attempt. Yeah, wind just all of a sudden getting quite a gust right now.
And we still have a full count to Eckerd, and swing and a miss down low as the runner was going, of course, for Pfeiffer. So it's a called strike 3, and that is Eckerd swinging to retire the side for Pfeiffer. So Frankoff, another very solid start. 2 zeros on the scoreboard against this Falcons offense. And we'll go to the bottom of the second and due up for North Greenville, if I can see it. We have, well, I think it is Drew Lipscomb, Shaq Roll, and Wheeler Smith, as the stats are still frozen. So that is who should be due up next here on the North Greenville Sports Network. So it is Drew Lipscomb leading off for North Greenville. And he's quickly behind 0-2. And that one misses low and away, ball 1. Well, Lipscomb comes in at a .315 batting average. And swings at that one and hits it into center field for a nice single. So another hit for North Greenville.
And that's their 3rd of the ball game, so a nice start for the Crusaders. Pfeiffer's still looking for their first one.
Now we see Shaq roll, as there's no green wall to hit it over, but he's still looking to try to send it over the scoreboard this time. That's the highest thing out here. And the pitcher drops the ball, and there'll be a throwdown, as I think it was a bunt.
So that one just stayed fair.
They get roll at first as he successfully advances Lipscomb to second on that sacrifice. So now with one down, see the catcher Wheeler Smith.
A .290 average coming in, no home runs with 11 RBIs.
He's got a man on second.
He had a stolen base last night. He's a very, very quick for a catcher. I believe that was I think his 10th stolen base of the season.
Ball 1 misses inside. Yeah, 10 stolen bases on 12 attempts.
Yeah.
Swings at that one, fouls it off.
And that's something that we've seen a lot more of with this Crusader team, a lot more stolen bases. So a bit of a different strategy than with the new head coach Landon Powell.
Here comes a 1-1. And that one is slow roller to second, and high throw to first is in time. So they get Wheeler Smith over at first, but once again, Lipscomb advances to third. And so now with 2 down, North Greenville 90 feet closer.
Brings up
to Hunter Dilworth playing second base.
Yeah, hasn't had a great go of it yet. A 130 average coming in, no home runs, 1 RBI. Has not had a ton of at-bats though, so just needs some more time to get used to all these at-bats. Yeah, he's only had 23 at-bats this season, 3 hits and 23 at-bats.
Swung on the first pitch, right back to the pitcher. Just a lob throw to first will get Dilworth to end the inning. So Pfeiffer gets out of a runner on third jam. No runs score, but North Greenville tacks on another hit. And that's all they can do in the bottom of the second. So we're through 2. North Greenville leads 2-0. And Pfeiffer will get another crack at things here in the top of the third on the North Greenville Sports Network. So here in the top of the third, leading off is Garen Freeze, a right fielder for Pfeiffer. As Frankoff will Looks like he might have a chance to do more than 2 innings this game. Ball 1 misses up high. That's a called strike 1.
This is to say that this is a rare, as it gets a hit. That was Garen Friese's second at bat of the season. So a very, very rare opportunity for him, and he makes the most out of it right there. That's Pfeiffer's first hit of the ball game.
Sends a shot into center field. So leadoff man on board for Pfeiffer with nobody out. We'll turn the order over and go back up top to John Elwood.
You always record the season statistics coming in for each team, and I looked at his one at bat and I figured, there's no way he's going to play, so I didn't even bother, and all of a sudden he ends up with the start.
Strike 1 to Elwood. Well, pick off over at first, not unsuccessful. Bit of an unknown for Freeze. No stolen bases either. And there he goes, and they'll try to get him down at second. Throw is off the mark into center field, so they'll go ahead and give him a stolen base too.
Yeah, hasn't gotten a lot of playing time, but he's making up for it with a couple of stats here. So his first hit of the season, his first stolen base of the season. All of a sudden, he has a .500 average.
That was a ball to Elwood, so it's 1-1. And swing and a miss on that one by Elwood, strike 2.
And Elwood is 0 for 1. He flew out his first at bat.
And that one misses up high, ball 2.
Here comes the wind again. Hopefully our microphone survives this time. Maybe not.
No. Step off by Frankoff. Try on the 2-2. Misses up high again, ball 3.
Yeah, he's missing that breaking ball just barely, just leaving him a little bit high. If he can lower that just a little bit, it'll be a good pitch. But of course, you don't want to leave one hanging either.
It's a full count. Here's the payoff way up high, so ball 4 skips away, and Freeze ends up at third as advances on the wild pitch, so it's a walk.
Yeah, Frankoff getting into some trouble here in the top of the third. So that brings up Cody McKenzie. He walked his last appearance.
Now men at the corners for Pfeiffer, threatening with nobody out in the top of the third. Inside ball 1 to McKenzie. Throw over to first. Swung on. Chopper to Staten at short. They'll throw to first. Long throw for Staten. Nice scoop by McEwen as a run scores for Pfeiffer to cut the lead down to 1. So 1 finally out. And a runner at second base for Pfeiffer with a man down. And we'll see Anthony Alonde.
So that does go as a ground out for McKenzie, but he does get an RBI.
Nice breaking ball by Frankoff, finds the zone for a strike.
And that's where he needs to keep it. Starts off high, but ends up hitting the low part of the strike zone. It's tough to hit.
And another big swing and a miss by Alonde gets him behind 0-2. Now here is the 0-2, misses up high, ball 1.
And looks like the live stats are back up, so that's good to see.
There's the 1-2. And that one went down low for ball 2. This is up high, ball 3, so Frankoff that now has filled it up. A full count with the 1 out.
And with all those walks last night, Alinde's on-base percentage rose above 400, currently at 404.
There's the payoff. He swings and misses at it, so he won't get a walk this time. He goes down swinging for the 2nd out of the inning. And we'll see Izzy Perez, the left fielder, step in for his 2nd at bat.
Yeah, dangerous hitter right here. That 385 average, 11 home runs, 41 RBIs, just good numbers all across the board. With a runner in scoring position, you know he wants to show some power right here, especially with 2 outs.
Frankoff misses inside, ball 1. Called strike, inside edge that time. That one wandered just a bit inside. So 1-1. And that one is hit on, going hard to left field off the fence. So we'll have a tie ball game as Perez will have a stand-up double. Yes, he will in the second base and scores a man from second, so we're tied up at 2.
That one was hit right down the line. Foley George unable to range over at the third base line, ended up all the way to the wall, so an easy stand-up double for Perez. And like you said, Gray, all tied up.
Let's see Tanner Mathis stepping in, 2 down, man on second. And Frankoff steps off. Mathis already 0 for 1 today with a strikeout. Frankoff rifles that one in there, strike 1. Here's the 0-1.
I think that one stayed just a little bit high.
Another breaking ball misses, ball 1. That one swung on, down low in the dirt, misses, strike 2.
That was another breaking ball, fooled him that time.
And another big rip, but and a miss by Mathis, so give him 2 strikeouts, and that'll finally end the inning as Pfeiffer tacks on 2 runs on 2 hits. And we are tied up at 2 apiece and through the top half of the third. So we'll head to the bottom half of the third when we're back to the top of the order for North Greenville. Josh Black, Jay Roberts, and Alan Staten set to be due up here on the North Greenville Sports Network. Top of the order due up for North Greenville. Josh Black. Nice big first swing, misses, strike 1. Black already 1 for 1 today with a single. Here comes the 0-1. Missed outside, low and away, ball 1. Went downstairs for that one, missed, ball 2. And that one fouled off over first base, strike 2. 2-2 to Black. Another one that's fouled off. And that one goes into the dirt for ball 3. Full count. Here's the payoff to Black. Swings at it, jammed him up inside, fouled that one off into the dugout. Try again. Missed way outside, got away from the catcher, and Black draws a walk.
Just realized forgot to clear everything from the last inning, so excuse that. So now it's right.
And now with Black on first base, Well, much like the way we were back in the bottom of the first. Jay Roberts up to bat, nobody out. Last time up, Jay Roberts. Nice little shot over the left field fence on a 2-run home run. Ball 1 up high. And that one in the middle, strike 1.
There's some action already going on in the Pfeiffer bullpen, which is right near us, so we usually know more about what's going on there than we do for North Greenville. Their bullpen is way over near the left field line on the other side of the scoreboard.
It's 1-1 to Roberts. Held off that one, missed up high, ball 2. Here's a 2-1. Missed, and the runner goes again. Head first slide by Black, and he's out.
Perfect throw. If that throw isn't where it ended up, there's no way they get him. But all that second baseman John Elwood had to do was catch the ball and pretty much just move his arm a couple of inches down, and it made it an easy tag for out number 1.
So they tried it again. Different result for North Greenville. Now with a man down, and 2-2 count to Roberts. Ball 3 up high.
Seems like we've had a lot of full counts so far today.
And that one swung on, skips off, I think, third base and goes foul.
Just barely missed being fair. Couldn't have hit third base because that would have been a fair ball, but yeah, over near that direction.
Try again on the payoff, and Roberts sends that one the other way, foul. Roberts will draw a walk.
North Greenville probably regretting going after that stolen base now, as they would have men on first and second with nobody out, but the caught stealing will make it Roberts at first with just 1 out. But anytime you can have at least 1 runner on base with Alan Staten up to bat, you're going to be in pretty good shape. Staten is 0 for 1 today.
And tries to lay down a bunt, and it goes foul.
A rare bunt attempt by Staten. Haven't seen him do that a lot.
And misses at that one for strike 2. Went down low for a ball.
As soon as we cut that microphone back up, the wind decides to force us to turn it back down.
There's the 1-2. Staten rips on that one in to short. Long throw to first base to try and get him is not in time. He is safe. Nice stop over there at short.
I was going to say a beautiful attempt by Cody McKenzie just to be able to get to that one and make the throw to make it even close. But Allen Staten, a very good runner, and he was able to beat out the throw, so an infield single for him. Staten now 1-2 in this game.
Moves Roberts up to second base, and here comes the third baseman, Foley George. 1 man down and 2 on. And strike 1 to George. That one missed, ball 1. And that one is inside at the knees, ball 2. There's a 2-1. Nice big swing, fouled off, strike 2 to George. Here's a 2-2, and George rips that one foul into right field. Still sitting at a 2-2 count. Here's the offering. Outside, ball 3, so it's a full count from Wilson to George.
Wilson in danger of loading the bases if he throws a ball here.
Runner goes for North Greenville, and that one is hit right to short.
And that makes
throw
it
to second.
an easy double play. A hit and run that backfires on the Crusaders. And just like that, there are 3 down, so nothing going on for the Crusaders.
That ends the 3rd inning for both teams. North Greenville had a chance and let it get away from them, so we're through 3, still tied at 2 between North Greenville and Pfeiffer. And due up for the Falcons, Cole McGraw, Dalton Lindley, and Jordan Eckert up next on the North Greenville Sports Network. Ball 1 misses down low to Cole McGraw. And ball 2 follows suit. And Frankoff back on for, see if he can get through 4 innings.
That one just missed, apparently.
Yeah. 3 straight balls from Frankoff.
Looked pretty good from our view, but may have been a little bit inside.
And that one finds the outside corner. Strike 1. And that one will walk him, ball 4. McGraw heads down to first base. There's now some activity in the NGU bullpen. Here comes the catcher, Dalton Lindley.
That was Cole McGraw's second walk of the ball game.
Misses at that one, strike 1. Here's the 0-1. That one skips off the catcher, and the runner's going to go ahead and go as Smith has trouble finding it. So McGraw moves up to second.
That'll go down probably as a wild pitch. Did hit the dirt before it got to the catcher. So I don't think you can really blame Wheeler Smith for missing that one and allowing the runner to advance.
And check swing off the bat will be strike 2 to Lindley, so he's behind 1 and 2.
So North Greenville in the bottom of the third kind of shot themselves in the foot a little bit. First a runner caught stealing, and then a hit and run that ended up being a double play. And now Pfeiffer looking to take advantage as it's 2 and 2. Again, if you didn't see the game last night, North Greenville did win the game 14-11. So a high-scoring game. I believe there were 31 total hits in that game. So
it was.
Yeah, quite a few hits there. It was entertaining to see, though. This game a little different. I think it was how many runs were there by the 4th inning? There were quite a few. I think most of them were scored within the first 3 innings.
Well, there was already 5 at the end of 1.
Yeah.
And that one way inside for ball 3, so it's a full count again.
Yeah, yet another full count. These pitch counts getting pretty high. Actually, both pitchers are now right at 64.
And that one hits him.
He's upset after that one.
So 2 men on after McGraw walks and Lindley gets hit, and nobody out in the top of the 4th.
Yeah, I think there's 2 pitchers actually right now in the North Greenville bullpen, at least doing some tossing. I don't think there might be one that's actually warming up, but it looks like it's just general.
Here comes a mound visit.
Yeah, this is Coach Powell out there, so he will do this, though, that he will come out just to talk to the pitchers. Usually when the head coach comes out with most college teams, it's to get a new pitcher, but Coach Powell doesn't do that. He does like to go out and talk to his pitcher and just try to calm him down, trying to talk some strategy. So we'll see if Frankoff can get out of what's becoming a little bit of a jam. And do need to get some outs pretty quickly because Eckert is the number 8 hitter. So after the man on deck, Garen Freeze, it's back to the top of the order.
Here's the first pitch to Eckert. Tries to lay down a bunt. It stays and then just rolls foul.
North Greenville pretty fortunate. Probably would have had a bunt single had it stayed fair. It's a good looking bunt, but just tailed foul, just barely.
And quick spin around fake throw to second.
Yeah, there was nobody at second, so couldn't throw it.
Try again. And that bunt, same place. This one stays fair. Spin around by Frankoff, gets the man at first. That's Eckert. As both runners advance up to second and third base for Pfeiffer.
That's a great job by Frankoff. Got to it pretty quickly, turned around, and was able to fire it over to first. Pretty fortunate that sort of played into his a little bit of an advantage for him being a lefty. Because if that was a righty, that throw would have been a lot tougher, but he was just able to spin around and make the throw.
Here comes Garen Freeze for his only third at bat of the whole season. Ball one misses down low from Frankoff. Same result, missed down low, ball two. That one's in there, strike one.
70 pitches now for Frankoff.
That one's in there, low side corner, strike two.
That's the breaking ball right there, looked good. Needs to try to keep it at that part of the strike zone. It's missed up quite a bit, and it's missed a few low as well.
And that one's hit into center field, and it is going to drop past Roll. And Lipscomb has to come all the way over from right to field it. Gets it relayed in. 2 runs will score for Pfeiffer. And Garrett Freeze is 2 for 2 today. Yeah. Go ahead and give the man a couple of RBIs.
Yeah, where has he been this season?
I'm pretty sure from now on the head coach for Pfeiffer, Dusty Blake, will have him in every starting lineup he can.
Yeah, I'm wondering if maybe there was some sort of injury involved with him. I don't know, because he's looking good.
And this might be it for Frankoff. Yeah, he's done.
It's his second mound visit, so you have to have a change at that point.
Looks like they're calling for a righty. Frankoff is done for the day after 3 1/3 innings on the mound.
Go over his stats real quick. So we see the new pitcher coming in. Frankoff finished pitching 3 1/3 innings, gave up 3 hits, 4 runs, all of them earned, 4 walks, 4 strikeouts, and pitched 73 total pitches. And this will be, I believe I saw number 18.
Michael Bonifay.
Yep, Michael Bonifay. And Bonifay comes in with a 5.40 ERA, 26 2/3 innings pitched. This will be his 15th appearance. Has given up 37 hits, 19 runs, 16 of those earned, 9 walks, 14 strikeouts. Opponents batting .327 against him.
Bonifay looks to limit the damage by Pfeiffer as Pfeiffer's back out in front, 4-2. They're in the top of the 4th. So we're back to the top of the order for Pfeiffer. John Elwood up to bat. Runner on second is responsible toward Frankoff as Michael Bonifay comes in relief. And a nice big swing that misses by Elwood for strike one. Here's the 0-1, and that one barely missed him for ball one.
Just notice this grade. The third inning has been kind to Pfeiffer this season. They've scored most of their runs in the third inning, 44. The second most in an inning is that was the third. The top of the fourth, they have scored 36 runs in the fourth inning this season. The third inning has actually been their best, 44.
That one popped up, trailing foul. McEwen going after it into the Pfeiffer dugout, and everybody clearing out as it's just a foul ball.
Yeah, that one actually did bounce in front of the dugout. It was still in play, so North Greenville got to be frustrated they didn't get that out. I'm sure Pfeiffer wasn't exactly helping out there. I'm sure they were saying, you don't have room, which is what you're supposed to do. I mean, that's not being a poor sportsmanship or anything like that. That is what you do as an opposing team. You do whatever you can to distract the other fielder without, obviously without actually entering the playing field or making contact with them or anything like that.
It's a 1-2 count to Elwood, and that one fouled off as well. Check swing doesn't go around. Ball two down low.
They did appeal, but the infield umpire between second and third, so didn't exactly have the best view, but from where we are, did not look like he went around, so it is 2-2.
And that time he did go around.
Definitely went around that time.
Bonifay strikes out Elwood for the second out of the inning. Still a man on second to have to keep an eye on as here comes the shortstop, Cody McKenzie. Strike one against McKenzie's 0 for 1, walked. That one outside, ball one. Tried to get him to chase that, didn't go after it. Ball two, misses downstairs. Here's a 2-1. Ball three outside. Ball four as McKenzie walks. And 2 men on, 2 outs. Got Anthony Alinde up to bat. Alinde 0 for 2. A strikeout and a flyout. And nice big swing that misses. Strike one. There's the 0-1. Missed down low, ball one.
If Pfeiffer can get Alinde on base, and they'll have the bases loaded for Izzy Perez, a great hitter. But first, it's going to be a 1-2 count now, so Alinde going to have to fight from being down in the count. It is an RBI opportunity. Does have a runner in scoring position. Garen Freeze at second base.
Here comes a 1-2. Swung on. Slow chopper to short. Staten fields it. Flip to second. Gets the runner there. That finally ends the inning, but not before Pfeiffer tacks on a couple more. They have now scored in 2 straight and now lead the ball game 4-2 over North Greenville as we finally reach the bottom of the 4th. So due up for North Greenville, we've got the first baseman Taylor McEwen. He'll be followed by Drew Limpscomb and Shaq Roll due up here on next on the North Greenville Sports Network. McEwen rips on that one, and, well, that's a solo shot on that first pitch swing.
Just like that.
I'm trying to get back on air so we can talk about the bottom of the 4th, and McEwen beats us to the punch.
So, yep, a solo shot by McEwen. He's now 1 for 2 today.
There's still Drew Wilson out on the mound for Pfeiffer. North Greenville inches closer. It's now only a 1-run lead for Pfeiffer.
Didn't even get a chance to show McEwen's stats. But oh well.
As that one trailing foul, nobody will have a play on it. Strike one against Drew Lipscomb.
That was quite a pop-up for a bunt.
And Taylor McEwen picks up, that is his 2nd home run of the season. And another big swing by Limpscomb sends it foul over the press box. And called strike 3 on the inside edge as Limpscomb fouls 2 off and takes a called strike 3 right on the edge for the first out.
That was a tough one, but a good-looking breaking ball by Drew Wilson. So that brings up Shaquille Roll. Mentioned earlier, he crushed one at Fluor Field over the, as Gray called it, the little green monster.
Well, it is. Fluor Field, kind of like, but not exactly like. It's like almost like a replica of the.
Yeah, I used that word a few times during the broadcast last night, a replica. It does have the exact same field dimensions as Boston.
As Fenway, yeah.
That's right, yeah, Fenway. Excuse me.
That's 1-1 already to Roll. He swings at that one right to short. Another long throw will get him at first. So Roll grounds out to short for the second out.
Had some good-looking plays by both first basemen. A great scoop by Anthony Allende. So Roll now 0 for 1 with a sacrifice. So that brings up Wheeler Smith. Good looking breaking ball there.
Smith, another solid hitting performance last night. Also went 3 for 5. Takes ball one up high.
Yeah, my question yesterday was what happens when the affiliation eventually changes? Because that does happen quite often with minor league teams. As you'll have a replica of Fenway Park, but no longer an affiliate of the Red Sox. So that'll be interesting if that does happen one day.
And a slow roller to the pitcher will not have a play at first in time as Wheeler Smith gets aboard with his own infield single.
So Smith now 1 for 2.
And there's a little bit of the Boston-New York rivalry even extends down here with the Drive being a Boston single-A affiliate, and they every year play the Charleston River Dogs, who are a New York Yankees, I think, single-A affiliate.
Yep.
And that bunt is popped up and will drop and roll past the third baseman. It's going to be, was it called foul? No.
No, it's fair.
Yeah.
So another, I'm sure that was intended to, oh, it was foul. Okay, so just a little bit of a miscommunication there.
Dilworth trying to sneak on base.
Yeah, we didn't see a signal by the umpires either that was foul, so it took a little while for them to say that. But it is 0-1.
So here comes the 0-1 to Hunter Dilworth. And they try to get the pickoff on Smith. Doesn't reach him in time.
It was a strike, so it's now 0-2.
Runner goes, and they'll throw down the second, and another great throw, and they get Wheeler Smith.
And that was the third out as well, so that does it for the Crusaders. So Josh Black will actually be back to bat first in the bottom of the fifth.
So it's actually 4-3 now. Taylor McEwen inches north.
Excuse me, that was Hunter Dilworth will be batting first in the fifth because he was the current batter, and that was, I believe that was called a ball, so there was no strikeout. Yeah, with the runner being out at second. So we'll see Dilworth at the bottom of the fifth, but first we got to play the top of the fifth.
So Taylor McEwen inches North Greenville closer. It's now 4-3. Still in favor of Pfeiffer. Scored 4 runs on 3 hits. Interesting there. And North Greenville has 3 runs on, I guess that's 6 hits now.
Yep.
So due up for Pfeiffer here in the top of the fifth is Perez, Mathis, and McGraw up next on the North Greenville Sports Network. First pitch swing by Perez popped up to left field. Still hanging, and
Jeez.
Josh Black has to camp underneath it for a long time, make some s'mores, but finally records the first out.
Yeah, that one took forever to drop.
So Izzy Perez flies out to left. North Greenville dodges one bullet, but here comes Tanner Mathis up playing DH today. And Boniface still on the mound after relieving the starter. It's Frankoff. Ball 1 to Mathis. Ball 2 downstairs misses. Ball 3 goes up high. And strike one right in the middle. And that one's lifted into center field. Hang time on it. Roll gets underneath that for the second out of the inning. Mathis flying out to center that time. Third baseman Cole McGraw steps in with 2 down. And he has walked his both times up, taking the path of Allende did last night. Called strike down low that time. I think we brought it. Well, you brought it up, Alan. That if a batter strikes out 4 times, that's a golden sombrero. And then I shot back. Well, what do you call a player who walks 4 times? And I still haven't come up with anything for that. As strike 2 goes in there.
I have no idea.
Here's the 0-2. That one skips off of Smith, the catcher. Actually, could have been classified a wild pitch. It went way down low first, so ball 1. And that one goes same spot, ball 2. Now on the 2-2. Swing and a miss, and gets him swinging to retire the side for Pfeiffer. So Boniface strikes out McGraw and finally gets his first official at bat of the ball game, striking out. And so through the top of the 5th, we're North Greenville only down a run, 4-3, and due up for the Crusaders. You've got Dilworth, who was still at bat the last inning as Wheeler Smith was picked off trying to steal second. And then when we turn the order over, we've got Josh Black and Jay Roberts due up next there on the North Greenville Sports Network. So Hunter Dilworth comes up to bat again, was actually at bat last inning, and swings at the first pitch, pops it up, trailing foul, and reaching over the fence, and can't get it, is Allende. Nice little reach over, almost had it. That's just a strike against Dilworth. And Dilworth hits that one hard into left field, and it's going to drop. So we'll go ahead and give Dilworth a hit as leadoff man gets aboard for NGU.
It's North Greenville's 6th hit of the game. No, 7, excuse me. Pfeiffer with only 3, yet they're leading, so kind of frustrating for the Crusaders. But it does happen in baseball. So now the leadoff hitter, Josh Black.
And Black takes strike 1. And Black trying to lay down a bunt. That one goes foul into Pfeiffer's dugout. So he's behind 0-2. And jammed him up, trails foul over into right field. And misses at that one as he goes down swinging for the first out here in the bottom of the 5th. With one down, Jay Roberts, who had a productive day for him again. 1 for 1 with a home run, got 2 RBIs on those, and he's also walked today. Take strike 1. Suddenly Drew Wilson has settled in quite nicely.
Yeah, pitch count at 85 currently, so he is getting up there, but yeah, he's looking pretty good right now.
And that one misses down low for a ball. Misses at that one. He's behind 1-2. Here's the 1-2. That one skips away from the catcher, and Dilworth will easily move up to second base. Here's a 2-2 to Roberts. He swings at that one, and that one is foul into left field.
Does sound like there's some more action in the Pfeiffer bullpen.
Time is called. I have no idea what I just did, but okay. Well, there's back as Roberts misses at that one for strike 3. And the second out of the inning, Roberts goes down swinging to Wilson.
Yeah, we're constantly having to battle this little buzz on our soundboard, and Greg had it fixed for about 5 seconds, then went right back to buzzing a little bit, so, oh well.
Now we got Alan Staten up to bat. Staten with 1 for 2 today, has Dilworth standing on second. Missed outside, ball 1. Oh boy. And that one hammered high into center field, but it's going to drop, wind helping, and Jordan Eckerd records the final out here in the 5th inning. So Dilworth gets on, and North Greenville can't help him across, so they'll leave him stranded at second as we're through 5. Pfeiffer still clinging to a 1-run lead, 4-3, which pales into comparison to what we all went through last night, but a little bit of a defensive battle, I guess, for both these squads as we'll head to the top of the 6th and due up for the Falcons. Dalton Lindley, the bottom part of the order, followed by Eckerd and, well, we'll assume Freeze. We'll try and see if we can get any clarification on that. So Lindley, Eckerd, and Freeze up next here on the North Greenville Sports Network. Dalton Lindley will lead things off for Pfeiffer here in the top of the 6th. And takes a first pitch swing as Bonifay tries his hand at a breaking ball that gets him to chase after it. So strike 1 to Lindley. And that one's lifted into center field, hanging up there for roll, and easy grab for him to record the first out here in the top of the 6th. Now with 1 down, we'll go to the center fielder, Jordan Eckerd. He is 0 for 1 day with a strikeout and has provided a sacrifice as well to help out his offense. And that one right to George at third, thrower to McEwen at first, has Eckerd retired for the 2nd out. A lot of first pitch swings going on. Number 5 steps in, and according to the roster provided by the Pfeiffer website, number 5 is Garen Freeze.
You know what? It's not, though. Garen Freeze is listed as a righty.
Ah. Let's see, we maybe gone through another jersey change.
Yeah, I think so.
I think we had that problem up against Brevard.
But then again, we were told just a minute ago that this is Xavier Rodriguez, but he is also listed as a righty. So I'm not sure right now.
No, but Rodriguez did hit in last night's game.
Yeah, and he had his normal number.
As that one dribbles past first and second base into right field.
Whoever it is now 3 for 3.
So they are doing an amazing job. And now that's a 2-out single into right field that got past both McEwen and Dilworth. So now I'll turn the order over and go back to Elwood up top.
Yeah, we'll try to get some clarification on that.
So here's Bonifay facing the top of the order in Elwood. That one missed for a ball.
Yeah, as we mentioned, Garen Freeze only had 1 at bat coming into today. And if that is him, then he has done an amazing job as he's now 3 for 3.
And if it is Rodriguez, he's turned around quick from last night.
Yeah, he would have a 750 batting average right now. Not too shabby.
Counts 2-0 to Elwood and tries to lay down a bunt, and it goes foul. Strike one against him.
Yeah, Xavier Rodriguez listed as number 29 for Pfeiffer, and he did wear that number yesterday, so that's why we're confused right now, because you do have jersey changes, but
Inside at the knees for a ball.
You would think that they would constantly have that number and not switch every now and then, so I just not quite sure right now.
And that one's popped up. Dilworth calling for it, and here comes Staten instead, and Staten will get that pop fly in the infield for the final out here in the top of the sixth. So the side is retired for Pfeiffer. They get a man on. Whoever that number 5 is 3 for 3 today, so kudos to you, but Pfeiffer can't do anything with them. They strand them at first. And now we'll head to the bottom of the sixth as the 7-inning game 2 starts to wind down. So we'll see Foley George, Taylor McEwen, and Drew Limpscomb due up next for North Greenville here on the North Greenville Sports Network. North Greenville ready to bat in the bottom of the sixth, down 1, trying to either tie it or retake the lead from Pfeiffer. First up to try and do it here in the bottom of the sixth, Foley George playing third today. Swings at that one and sends it foul into right field, and didn't even see it land, but foul it is.
Yep.
And George rips on that one high into left field, and guess what? It's tied. Foley George swings on a pitch that Wilson, undoubtedly he would want to have that one back. Left it high, and George took full advantage of it, sends it into left field, where all of North Greenville's home runs have gone today, and all 4 of NGU's runs have been via the long ball. Well, it's tied up at 4. Foley George. Rocket again to left field. Aiming for that bullpen, I guess.
And this is the 7-inning game. However, if game 1 does go into extra innings, then game 2 becomes the 7-inning game. That's why they have the 7th inning game first. So that way, if anything goes over, they don't have to play 2 9 or more inning games.
Now Taylor McEwen steps in. Taking 2 straight balls. And McEwen also 1 for 2 today with a home run over that left field fence.
Count now 2-1.
Here's a 2-1. And that one is ripped right back up to second base, and throw over to first will retire McEwen as Pfeiffer all over that one. John Elwood over there covering the play at second. And we got Drew Lipscomb stepping in as swings on that one and sends it to right field, and it's going to drop and roll all the way to the fence, almost all the way to the fence. And there'll be a stand-up double for Lipscomb here with one down. As time's called, as Shaq Roll will now step in as Lipscomb sends that one for a nice little ride into right center, and we'll have a mound visit for Pfeiffer. This is their first one of the whole game for Drew Wilson, who's really getting up there in pitches.
That's going to do it. Yeah, he was at 99 pitches, but not quite going to get to 100 as his day is now done.
So North Greenville threatening here in the bottom of the sixth. Foley George tied it up with a solo shot to left, and we'll have a new pitcher for the Falcons, as North Greenville still very much in business with Lipscomb on second and only one down.
Looks like number 34.
That is a Zach Honeycutt, a right-handed junior out of Locust, North Carolina. Saw him last night.
Yeah, I was going to say that. Put up his stats in just a moment.
We'll see a first pitching change here in the first game of today's doubleheader as North Greenville tries to take game 2, which would ultimately be the series, and then go for the series sweep here in game 3, but we still got about an inning and a half left of baseball here on the North Greenville Sports Network. Zach Honeycutt pitched a little bit last night at Fleur, is back on here in game 2 of this 3-game set. And he's facing Shaq Roll, and check swing is, did they say he went around? No. So ball 1. Not sure if it went off the bat of Roll, so apparently not. And despite Pfeiffer's appeal, good job by Roll holding back, so he'll take ball 1. And Roll apparently called time and stepped out, and Honeycutt fired a pitch anyway. Umpire a little late on the draw.
Well, typically, I think that pitchers are usually taught, even when time is called, if you've already started, if you're already ready to pitch, you've started your wind-up, it's better to just go ahead and throw the pitch anyway. Don't want to have an injury or anything like that. There's a called strike.
So that'll be a 1-1 count despite 3 pitches already from Honeycutt. That last one was negated. So 1-1 to Roll. Goes around and misses for strike 2.
That home run that Shaq Roll hit last night, as soon as he hit it, he just flipped the bat. He knew it was out of here, and it was bombed.
And that one skips away from the catcher, so there goes Lipscomb cruising into third. And it's ball 2 to roll, so it's a 2-2 count with only one down, and Lipscomb poised to retake the lead for North Greenville. Yeah, there was no doubt about that ball. It was most definitely gone, and somebody got a new addition to their living room in the New York Life apartments. And Roll hits that one into right center. It will drop. Here comes Lipscomb in to score. And Shaq Roll takes a big turn. He's going to second. They'll have a play at the bag. He's out for the second out of the inning. Before he bats in Lipscomb, and North Greenville inches back out in front, 5-4.
And I'm pretty sure that with North Greenville having the lead, probably see Adam Bogosian.
Oh, no doubt.
As he was electric last night, shut Pfeiffer down.
Picked up his ninth save.
Yep, ninth save of the season. With that.
And in the interview, Coach Powell said, I think I was like leading the.
Yeah, he said leading the nation in saves, I believe.
As that's a slow roller to short, flip to first, gets him in time, and that was Wheeler Smith standing in. And so that will retire the side for North Greenville. As here in the bottom of the 6th, North Greenville's back out in front 5-4, so we'll see what happens here, what Coach Powell elects to do, and there's a lot of motion in that bullpen. As here comes the entire bullpen actually exiting. So we'll see who they bring out.
That's interesting.
Yeah, the whole bullpen's clearing out. So we're heading to the final inning of regulation, the 7th inning in this game 2, which is a 7-inning game.
Yeah, we're definitely seeing a new pitcher because there's no one on the mound currently.
I think I do see 2 9s. So that would be Adam Bogosian, ready to shut down Pfeiffer for possibly a second straight day. North Greenville with a 1-run lead over Pfeiffer, 6-5 here on the North Greenville Sports Network. So as you take a look at Adam Bogosian's numbers up on the screen, allowing less than half a run scored, has 9 total saves throughout the season. Trying to pick up number 10 as he faces McKenzie, Allende, and Perez, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th hole hitters for Pfeiffer.
Yeah, Pfeiffer certainly not out of it. The heart of their order coming up, and they got a chance to see Bogosian last night, so we'll see if they can make some adjustments. But you just don't have a lot of time at all to react to these pitches just blazing fast.
Yeah, I'm not sure how you can adjust to a nice 90-mile-an-hour fastball.
More than that. So we saw on the radar gun yesterday, he reached, I know I saw 93 plenty of times, but you said you saw a 95
I swear
once?
I saw
Okay.
95.
Probably.
Missed the first pitch, ball 1. In at the knees on McKenzie. And that one chopped on, and that one goes foul. Slow roller. Strike 1. comes the 1-1. And that one hit hard right to second base. Dilworth fields it cleanly. Throw to McEwen at first. Retires 1.
And if the game ends with the current score, Michael Bonifay would be the winning pitcher for the Crusaders.
I think it was John Leopard who picked up the win last night at Fleur as he went the furthest distance, 3 total innings. So, see Bonifay if he can pick up a win here.
Now, Linde 0 for 3 today, hasn't had a great game.
Missed outside. Here's the 1-0. Inside, ball 2. Here comes a 2-0. That one also inside, so ball 3. Let's 3 straight balls from Bogosian on Allende. And make that 4.
And by the way, at the conclusion of this game, remember we do have a second game today. Usually starts right at about half an hour after the conclusion of game 1, so be sure to stay tuned for that. If you want to, you can just leave the Ustream page up. It automatically goes live whenever we click the button to start broadcasting, so you can just leave it there if you want to.
Well, I think we have a pitch hitter coming on for Pfeiffer.
I think it was a pinch runner.
Oh.
This is the guy that you want up. You want Izzy Perez up there. If you're Pfeiffer, I don't think there's any way that they subbed for him. Yeah, this is Izzy Perez, number 66.
All right, so they put Austin Fox, number 4, over there at first base as Perez takes a hack and misses at that pitch down low. Strike 1 to Perez.
Perez did have a double today, and you see that number 11 home runs this season, 41 RBIs. This is the guy that you want up there if you're Pfeiffer.
Try to see about Austin Fox and his stolen bases. And he fouls that one off.
He's taking some big swings, but all he was able to do there was tip it. I think that one made contact with Wheeler Smith, so they're going to give him a little bit of time. See the home plate umpire just taking things slowly.
Now we had the home plate umpire got hit on the thumb last night at Fleur.
I think that's what happened with Smith. I think he did get hit in the hand.
I don't see anything about Austin Fox on here.
I'm not sure. The live stats have been down for a little while now, unfortunately, since the top of the 6th. But whatever the case, it is definitely Perez batting.
And that one missed inside, ball 1. Still 2 strikes against Perez.
That one was close, but Wheeler Smith was set up outside and ended up possibly catching the inside corner, but whenever the pitch misses the catcher by that much, you're typically not going to get the call.
Well, here comes the 1-2. That one down low, skips off the dirt, ball 2. Well, Goshen able to get ahead in the counts, and then just can't seem to get the final blow to land. Here comes a 2-2. He swings at that one, and Perez goes down swinging.
And that is a huge out, number 2.
So Fox still standing over there at first. And there comes Tanner Mathis, a 5-hole hitter playing DH today. See about Mathis. He's 0 for 3 today. Has had a pair of strikeouts as well.
Has shown some. Oh, those stats are not correct.
And
fix
he
that.
Fouls that one off. Strike 1.
There we go. It has shown some power, 4 home runs, 23 RBIs, and very good average overall. So it's been pretty quiet today, but can certainly undo that with one swing of the bat.
Wait for the 0-1. Here it is. And that one chopped on foul over to third base. So Mogo is ahead 0-2 with 2 outs.
Well, don't have to worry about the golden sombrero, but Tanner Mathis in danger of having a hat trick. That would be 3 strikeouts in the game.
And time is called. Now reset with 0-2. Here's the pitch. And did he go around? Skips away from the catcher. They'll have to throw him out at first. Smith goes to McEwen and gets him. That ends the ball game. Adam Bogosian picks up his 10th save of the season. And North Greenville celebrates their 22nd victory to boot. And so this will ultimately mean a series win as well.
Yeah, this is a big series win for the Crusaders no matter what happens in Game 2.
It's against the second place team in the conference.
Yeah.
And I think I was going over the conference standings earlier. They were North Greenville was 5 back of first place and then 4 back of second. And I think they were 2 back of third place. So you've got Pfeiffer up there in second. Mount Olive up, I think, is up there as well. And then you've got number 2 team in the country in Division II, Erskine Flying Fleet, leading the way. So we'll go over the conference standings at the beginning of Game 3 to see where North Greenville sits. But for right now, 22-17 overall, 16-11 record at home for North Greenville, and a 13-8 conference record for North Greenville as they try to go for the sweep against the second place team, Pfeiffer Falcons, in Game 3, set to begin about, I'll say, 2:30 to 2:45. We'll come back on and get back underway here in Game 3 as North Greenville wins 4-3.
Yeah, again,
5-4. Sorry.
But again, we will go offline just for a little bit. Probably come back at about 2:20. 2:20 to 2:25, somewhere in there. So like I said, if you want to, you can just leave your Ustream page up. It should go live automatically. But if you notice that it's not back up by 2:20, 2:25, then you might want to try refreshing the page. But we should be back up by then, so we hope you join us, and we appreciate you joining us for Game 1 here on the North Greenville Sports Network. We'll be back in a little while.